Okay, so in this diagram, they say triangle ABC, right? We have this triangle we have here. BC is 10, so label that. AB is 16. They want to know what is the measure of the largest acute angle in the triangle. So first, to find the largest angle, we should find the angle that's across from the largest side. That's not the hypotenuse, right? Because we're looking for an acute angle. An acute angle means an angle less than 90. The angle across my hypotenuse is the 90-degree angle. So we're not looking at that, we're looking at angle B and A. So first let's find the length of AC using the Pythagorean theorem. So what do we know? Well, we know that A squared plus B squared equals C squared. This means if we square our legs and add them, right, we get our hypotenuse squared. So we don't know A squared, we'll leave that out. A squared plus 16 squared, B squared plus 10 squared equals 16 squared. So here, right, A squared would equal 16 squared minus 10 squared. I'm just reversing that. And A squared equals what? What's 16 squared? Okay, 16 times 16 is 256 minus 10 squared, or minus 100. And we get A squared equals 156. And A would then be the square root of 156. Let's approximate that number. We want to see if it's more or less than 10. So 156 to the 1/2 power, that's how I like to enter my square roots, the 1/2 power. It's about 12.5. So A is about 12.48 or 12.5. So we label that. So the largest acute angle is what? Well, out of the two angles here, it's the one across from the larger side. So we're looking at angle B. Angle B is larger than angle A because angle B is across from the larger side. So let's use our trig ratios here. SOHCAHTOA. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, so represents sine. Opposite over hypotenuse, ka for cosine, adjacent over hypotenuse, and t or tangent, toa for opposite over adjacent. We can use any of these here. I'm going to use the cosine because the cosine is equal to the adjacent side from the angle you're looking at, which is this leg right here. The leg that's adjacent to or forming the angle. We wouldn't use the other part because that's the hypotenuse. So the cosine is the adjacent over this hypotenuse right here. So that's our ratio. And we want to find the measure of that degree to the nearest tenth. So in trig, we use the theta sign for angle. It's like a circle with a belt on. And here, cosine of theta equals the adjacent, or SOHCAHTOA, or adjacent, 10 over hypotenuse, 16. So we can use the calculator to work backwards and say, oh, the cosine of what angle gives you 10 over 16? We can do that by pressing second cosine and then just plug in 10 over 16. Press enter. So our angle is about 51.3 degrees, which is what we have right here, choice 3. All right, hope that helped.